Hi, I'm Joe Sandwright Callender, the author of the Happy Little Garbage Truck picture book and educational program. Well, resiliency is the word of the day. And I don't know if you feel like me, it's a word that we really are kind of connecting to more and more in these recent days and months uh, since the COVID quarantine has affected and shifted all of our lives. But interestingly enough, I've been thinking about and researching this particular topic for most of my life because if you're like me, there are like a lot of different goals that you've been trying to achieve. And in my quest to achieve these goals, I knew that my ultimate quality of character would have to be being a resilient person. Because there have been pratfalls, there have been highs, there have been lows, but resiliency keeps me going. And while a number of my goals have been achieved, there are still a lot that are still yet to be achieved. Let's say it that way, that are still out there. And I know that's what keeps me going. So we're looking at Elizabeth Scott's article, where she lists traits that tend to be in people who are resilient. And I'm hoping that you're getting as much out of this as I am because I said, oh my goodness, this is such a good topic because as educators and parents and people who are interacting and interfacing with children, this is a quality that we must teach our children, and it's best taught by our modeling that trait, that quality. So today's trait within that topic of resiliency is perspective. And you often hear, well, you should have the right perspective on this. And then if you're like me, at times I've wondered, well, what is the right perspective? Because within my own mind, this is right for me. But beyond our own thinking, there is a perspective that can be corrected and move us closer to our goals. And to me, having a right perspective in these changing times is essential. So she lists three things that can help a person find the right perspective. Number one, she states that resilient people learn from their mistakes. And so at times, you could be in denial or deny that this is something that you need to do or should change. But what I thought about is, say, like with my goals, I if I could list all of the things that seem to have sabotaged me from getting to my goal on like a T chart, and then I list on the other side all the things that seem to have moved me towards my goal. This helps me have a better perspective. So, because I could easily look at that other side of the chart where the sabotagers are and say, this is not helping. I need to cut these out. Say, even like with weight loss, a friend of ours brings donuts over Sunday before we have our Bible class. And I've noticed that my diet plan has gone off the skids with that donut. So I just said, No more. I have a goal in mind. While the donut is tasty, can't be in my house. So what I've done is I cut it into the little tiny pieces and say like if I'm after I've achieved my goal, then maybe I will have a tiny piece of that donut. But I'm thinking I've frozen it and maybe I'll just throw it away. But I know which things move me towards my goal and which things keep me from achieving it. And while it's a process, like maybe I'll eat a little bit of it, until you get to the point of, I don't need it. It's a process. And as we find ourselves getting stronger, we're more apt to be able to resist the sabotagers. Number two, oh, and also I don't want to just leave a lot of time on the sabotagers. We can look toward what is helping us, which are the helpers toward the goal. And that might be more exercise, drinking water, um, getting the proper amount of sleep so that we can make good decisions. So, just balancing our goal chart by looking at what's to be left out and what should we glom toward helps me quite a bit. The next part was seeing the obstacles as challenges, and this has helped me so much throughout my own life. And I try to instill that in the children that I teach too, that nothing is really insurmountable. It's not unless you don't try. But say, like, there was this one test that I faced, and it was the national board. It was seen as incredibly difficult, but a friend and I got together on Saturday mornings for 2 hours and challenged each other on our weaker areas of knowledge until we both had a lot more confidence. We both went in and we passed the test first time. It was a test to me of how much could I move toward a goal that seemed to be insurmountable and still achieve it. And we've mapped out a strategy and stuck with it. The third part is, and this is a really important part, is that resilient people see meaning to life's challenges. It builds them up, it makes them stronger, and they don't see themselves as victims. And the victim mentality is a whole nother subject and a whole nother topic, which we could go into later. But when we talked about the locus of control, that's what pulls us out of this state of, oh, I can't do it, or because something outside is keeping me from doing whatever, into seeing that we are the masters of our destiny and that we can achieve things that we set our minds to. And it may take assistance, we might need some help, support from our friends, but all of these things will help us in the long run become more resilient people. And the full on wonderful quality that we have gained from this is that we have given ourselves a history that we can help someone else with, and especially our children who need to see these traits modeled because they are our future. So, thanks for listening. It's a little longer than I had planned, but please subscribe and please leave your comment below and like. Thank you so much. Okay, bye bye.